Coming to the next topic, that is demand paging. Okay, in the previous video we have seen the concept of virtual memory and the advantages of using virtual memory. Okay, in that we have already seen that there will be increase in the CPU utilization and throughput, but the decrease in response time and turnaround time. Okay, even though virtual memory is central, it is powerful, but it is dangerous too, because if virtual memory is used improperly, then application can suffer from the memory related bugs, and one of the bug is the segmentation fault. Okay, so we are going to implement the virtual memory. Virtual memory is commonly implemented by the demand paging. Okay, so let us start with the basic concept. The basic concept behind the demand paging. Okay, so virtual memory is the part of the secondary memory. Okay, so basically this is your main memory. Okay, this is my main memory. Okay, imagine this is my main memory. Okay, and this is my hard disk space. Okay, this is my disk space. This is my disk. Okay, I need some amount of memory from the disk space to add into the main memory. Okay, so I will add some amount of memory from the disk space. Okay, and that amount of memory space will be called as the virtual memory. Okay, because we are adding it to the main memory. Okay, so I can say this is the virtual memory. Virtual memory I have taken out from the hard disk. Okay, so your virtual memory will be divided into number of pages. Okay, here we are using the paging system. We are using the demand paging, so we can say that we will divide the virtual memory into a number of pages. Okay, we'll see later. Okay, so virtual memory is a part of the secondary memory. Basically, virtual memory is a part of secondary memory. Okay, and the purpose of this main memory is nothing but the hard disk. Okay, the purpose of the virtual memory is to enlarge the address space. Okay, the purpose of the main memory, the purpose of virtual memory is to enlarge the main memory. Okay, so this is also clear. The set of addresses a program can utilize. Okay, so for example, virtual memory might contain twice as many address as the main memory. Okay, so it is possible that this is the main memory. Okay, this is the main memory having for example address space as a for example 4 address space. Okay, so this is your virtual memory. So virtual memory we have divided into say 8 address space. So total 4 address space, and we have total 8 address space in the virtual memory. Okay, so it might happen that virtual memory might contain twice as many addresses as the main memory. A program using all of the virtual memory. Okay, if there is any program, if any program or any process is using all of the virtual memory, if any program or any process is using all of the virtual memory, then it means that it cannot fit into the main memory. Okay, so we need to take care of all these such kind of processes or programs. Okay, however, the computer could execute such a program by copying into the main memory those portion of the program needed at any given point of time during the execution. Okay, so what is the concept? The concept is that computer could execute such a program by copying those portion of the program, by copying only those portion of program needed at given time into main memory. Okay, what is the concept? The computer could execute such a program by copying only those portion of the page of the program needed at given time into the main memory. Okay, so imagine this is the main memory. Okay, what we can say, this is our main memory. Where is, okay, this is our main memory, for example. Okay, and our main memory has been divided into a number of pages. Okay, so these are the number of pages. Okay, so this is my main memory. Now try to understand it very clearly. Okay, so this is my main memory, this is my pages, for example. Okay, so this is the frame 1, I can say frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, frame 5 and frame 6. Okay, so total 6 frames I have in the main memory. Okay, and when if I want to execute any process, okay, any process or any program which is more than the main memory, so what I will do, I will keep that particular process into the virtual memory. Okay, so this is my virtual memory, see. Okay, so this is my virtual memory. Imagine we are having around 2, 3, 4, so I am showing less pages over here, so you don't bother it, because it can have number of pages more than it. Okay, so this is page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4 and page 5. Okay, so I will keep the and I have a process 1, okay, process A. Okay, and process A, I will divide the process A. Process A is divided into say 4, okay, 4 pages. Okay, so page 1, PA1, PA2, PA3 and PA4. Okay, I'm denoting because this is the process A. So this is the first page, second page, third page, fourth page. Okay, so I will keep PA1 over here, A2 over here, A3, then A4. Okay, so I have kept it into the virtual memory. Okay, so I will copy such a program by copying only those portion of the program needed at given time into main memory. Okay, so instead of copying the whole process, into the main memory, what I am doing, I am copying, I am keeping this process into the virtual memory. Okay, and when it is required, I will copy only those portion of the program needed at that time. Okay, so if I required A2, so I will bring the A2 only. Okay, so the A2 is bring over here. Okay, so A1, A3, A4 is not required at all right now. Okay, so I have not copied it. Okay, I have copied only A2. Okay, after that I want A3. Okay, so I will copy A3. Okay, A3 will be copied. After that I will copy, I required A4, so I will copy A4. Okay, so if A2 and A3 is not required, okay, if A2 and A3 is not required, then it will be swapped out from main memory to the virtual memory. Okay, so the demand paging, basically on the demand of the main memory, the pages will be shifted from virtual memory to the main memory. Okay, the concept is that the concept behind the demand paging is that we are going to copy the portion or the pages of the process from virtual memory to the main memory only when it is required. Okay, so to ease copying virtual memory into real memory, that is in the main memory, the operating system divides virtual memory into pages. Okay, each of which contain a fixed number of address. Okay, each page is stored on a disk until it is needed. When the page is needed, the operating system copies it from the disk to the main memory. Okay, so operating system will copy the things from virtual memory to the main memory. Okay, so basically the virtual memory is commonly implemented by the demand paging. So virtual memory can be easily implemented with the help of the demand paging. So basically, what is demand paging? Demand paging is commonly used in the virtual memory system. With demand paging, virtual memory pages are loaded only when they are demanded. The pages are loaded only when they are demanded during program execution. Programs that are never accessed are thus never loaded into the physical memory. Okay, we'll write it over here because this is very important point. So what is demand paging? Demand paging. Okay. So what is demand paging? Demand paging is commonly used in virtual memory system. Okay. So virtual memory is commonly implemented by the demand paging. Virtual memory is commonly implemented by demand paging. Okay. Then come to the next point. With demand paging, pages are loaded only when they are demanded during program execution. Okay, so basically pages that are never accessed are thus never loaded into physical memory. So pages that are never accessed are thus never loaded inside the main memory. Okay, so a demand paging system is quite similar to a paging system with swapping. As we know that in the paging we divide the process into number of pages, and the memory is divided into number of frames. Okay, so one page, one frame, one page, second page, second frame, third page, third frame. Okay, so we can say that a demand paging system is quite similar to the paging. It is similar to paging with the swapping. Okay, so when we want to execute a process, we swap it into memory. Okay, and rather than swapping the entire process into the memory, we use a lazy swapper. Okay, a lazy swapper never swaps the page into main memory unless the pages will be needed. Okay, so whenever it is required, then only the pages will be loaded according to the demand paging. Whenever required, only that time the pages will be loaded. Okay, otherwise it will not be loaded. So when a process is to be swapped in, the pager guesses which page will be used before the process is swapped out again. Okay, so as you can just see the example, this is the main memory. Okay, this is the main memory, and in this main memory we are having few pages, say 2 more than 2. Okay, so consider that these are 1, 2 and this is 3. So imagine this is the program A or the process A. Okay, and imagine this is the process B over here. So I'm just showing with another pattern. This is process B. Okay, so we have called them into the main memory. This is my main memory, and this is my hard disk. Okay, so here we have kept the disk space like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is my disk space. So we can easily monitor, and we can easily say that we are swapping in, the swapping out of the I will show with another marker. 1 2 3. Okay, so I will name it 0 1 2, okay, 3 4 5 6 7 8. Okay, so process A is swapped out. Okay, process A is swapped out. The arrow will goes over here. Okay, arrow will not go here. The process A is swapped out, and we have shifted all the pages of the process into the disk space that is in the part of the virtual memory, and we have bring the process of the process B. Okay, this is process B. 6 7 these are the 6 and 7 pages are of the process B. So we have taken it, that is in, we have a swap in and we have swapped out. Okay, so this is just a simple we can say illustration of the processes which are swapped out and which are swapped in. Okay, so this is all about the demand paging. Okay, so in demand paging, what is happening actually? In demand paging, we are going to load the pages from the disk space or from the virtual memory to the main memory only when they are needed, only when they are required. Okay, so thank you so much.